finals. Missy Julia in the orange Fabia there was very, very slow off the line, Tim.
Yeah, but certainly came back with a vengeance during the race, and you know, it did some really good passing during this heat.
It was contacted plenty, wasn't it? I mean, Super 1600s in the wet yesterday, you know, the opposite of the touring cars. They're hard to get the power down. They were very tidy. They weren't very spectacular. Today, back to their best. Yeah, 250 odd horsepower and a front-wheel drive, very lightweight rallycross car. A lot of fun.
Yeah, very flickable, short wheelbase car, so they can really flick it in. This was coming through the grid. Look at the aggression, chucking the car into Paddock Hill Bend there. Paddock Bend anyway here at Lydden, but not Paddock Hill like Brands.
Well, that's all right. It's still a hill.
It's still a classic corner, isn't it? At the bottom of the hill. Whoa, that was clipping the inside.
That was incredible, wasn't it? Didn't he do well to get away with it? Absolutely fantastic. Miss Julia there right the way through at the very end of the race. Despite all that drama on the last lap, he made it through to the final. Here's the second semi-final. On the inside line was Ulrich Linnemann. Now, Linnemann had a couple of problems out in Portugal. He's had problems here too as well. He broke the gearbox in practice. He missed the Joker lap out in Portugal. That didn't go according to plan for him there, so that was a little bit disappointing. But today, no problems, and he'll be going through as well to the final. Super 1600 final will be coming up before the lights final, and more cracking racing. RX Lights, of course, a new class for this year. We'll be having a look at those very shortly, but there was Linnemann taking the victory in semi-final number 2. Good job by him.
So, as we're coming down to the grid, once you get out here,
Stunning afternoon at Lydden Hill for round 2 of the FIA World Rallycross Championship, and it has proved to be all the action that we expect from Rallycross and a bit more, to be honest. So I am frequently left breathless by commentary on Rallycross. It's just so exciting, and I'm really pleased to have Tim Harvey alongside me here. Tim, Super 1600 final coming up. These machines are a bit different to the supercars.
Yeah, very different. Front-wheel drive, a lot less horsepower, a lot less technology in the cars as well. But actually, great little racing cars. You know, they drive them right on the rev limit all the time, pulling the gears, trying to extract the maximum out of the engine. But yeah, front-wheel drive as opposed to rear-wheel drive, and all very equal as well. So driver skill really does make a difference.
It's interesting to note that Brainis Nittisch and Andreas Backerud were the last 2 European champions in Super 1600 into a supercar. You'd think they'd need a little while to get their heads around it, and yet here's Nittisch and Backerud just smashing it out the ballpark like it's the easiest thing ever.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, if you've extracted the maximum out of a Super 1600 car, when you get into a supercar, even though it's 600 horsepower, you've got 4-wheel drive, you've got the diffs. Actually, it's probably a lot easier in many ways. It's faster, yes, and you're up against very good competition, but I don't think that they've proved, Nittisch especially, the adaptation is quite easy to do.
I mean, we've got Larson, of course, in supercars, who we'll see in the final. He's done the opposite and come from touring car into it. And normally it seems that the touring car drivers struggle, but again, young man and has just done a great job. We're going to see him line up soon. But Super 1600 or touring cars are a great way through. Keep your eyes on these young drivers because they might be in supercars next year. Ulrich Linnemann and Kasparas Navikas on the front row. Sergei Zagumenov and Pavel Vimmer on the second row. Nikita Misulia and Andrei Smetana on the back. Well, they're not shy of a bit of contact in Super 1600, so turn 1, as you saw, Ches's Drift and the Joker lap was pretty exciting with supercars, and I'm fairly confident we can expect similar fireworks from the Super 1600 guys. I saw Linnemann just prior to going on air, and he looked very, very relaxed indeed, just walking through the paddock, having a little chat about the problems through the weekend, but right at the front of the grid. Here we go. On the rev limiter for the Super 1600s, they'll be looking for the lights to change. You can see them just to the right. There they go, green light away. Much harder to get the power down with only 2-wheel drive. And from the second row, Zagumenov right up to the front. Fantastic contact between him and Linnemann. Linnemann is not giving him any space whatsoever. They've got 3 and 3 on the Joker. Miss Julia is now right up behind Zagumenov. And Linnemann's come out there really well, Tim.
Yeah, he held his ground, didn't he? Zagumenov, who won the first round in Portugal, desperate to make a good start.
the punctual. He was rolling the tyre off the rim. I mean, he's still going quickly, but through Paddock Bend you can see how heavily the car was loaded up. Lindemann leading, he's brand new 208. Yeah, go on, Tim.
He's the most aggressive of all the drivers. We've seen that he's in the semi-final. He extracts the most out of it. Who's got the best tyres left for this final? I don't know. They only have limited number of tyres.
Some of them will be fairly well worn out by now. Looks like Lindemann and Zaki Miller have managed to make a break for it. Lindemann lifting a wheel up with the hairpin.
That's quite normal on a front-wheel drive car because you don't want the inside wheel or dragging on the ground, otherwise the car wants to understeer.
So it helps to make the car rotate the corner. There we are. Tim Harvey telling you exactly how it is. It's going to be very interesting as well. The man in third place, Tim, is out of crack in touring cars. He's won a drive. Nick Messioli's run wide in the background. The orange Fabio has run really great.
He's got a puncher now. Maybe he has now.
He's gone to the Joker now, whether he wanted to go there or not, but Lindemann's the only person left to Joker. So Zaki Menov, when Zaki Menov come out, he comes out in second place still. Brilliant job by them. My goodness me, they made a break. Fabio in the background has stopped. That's car number 3. That is Pavel Wimmer. Wimmer has stopped. Lindemann a long way out in front.
Remember, he needs at least 4 seconds to do his Joker and come back in front of Zaki Menov.
Do you think they'll have a similar Joker time to the supercars? Will it vary much or not?
If anything, it'll be possibly slightly slower because the change of direction and get through the chicane is going to be a bit slower, I guess. But, you know, it's going to be fairly similar. We still have the same distance. Yellow flags down there, obviously at Chesse's.
So that's one overtaking opportunity to go on, and Wimmer's car is sitting smack in the middle of the line. Lindemann takes his Joker out. Where's he going to stop back out? He's going to be alongside Zaki Menov. This is going to be the race for the win in the final. I think Zaki Menov's done it. Lindemann, though, is alongside him. Contact again between them. We know they give no quarter from the first corner, but Lindemann has to slot in behind Zaki Menov.
Yeah, the problem is you come out equally, but if you're on the outside, having just taken your Joker, you're on the loose stuff, which is why actually having taken time of taking the Joker first, when they were equal on time, gave him the advantage of the dry track.
Do you think it would have been wise for Lindemann to wait another couple of laps and try to build a gap?
I mean, if he thought he was quicker. Well, I think it was very good of Zaki Menov to take it there because, as I say, they came to the same lap time, but he came back alongside, but on the dry bit of the track without the loose gravel.
Lindemann late on the brakes, but not taking Navikas. He's far too late. He's run wide. Navikas comes in as opposed to collecting Wimmer's car. Caught that bit hard stop of Wimmer as well, still at the side of the track. We want to see the car damage, but that's dropped Navikas out in the fight for the win. Zaki Menov and Lindemann are away, and there's only 2 laps to go. Remember, 6-lap final.
Yeah, that was a puncture that we saw there. He didn't pick that up. He's just constant round now. Battle is still engaged between the top 2, Zaki Menov and Lindemann.
What do you think about Lindemann's chances here? Well, I think he's dropping back a little bit, Tim.
Yeah, I think Zaki Menov is quicker. He's going to his rhythm and he's holding it without mistakes at the moment. But as I say, these last laps is when the mistakes come in because they're all conditioned to doing 4 laps, aren't they?
He's all on the body, and as you say that, he runs wide. Zaki Menov runs wide on the brakes. He manages to get back onto the tarmac. Lindemann's right with him. Lindemann opens the throttle maybe too early. Thought he saw a gap, but runs a bit wide.
Yeah, got excited, chased the throttle and got himself out on the body. It's close for Zaki Menov because once you get on the loose marbles on the outside, it's so hard to drag the car back in. But exactly the sort of mistakes in the last lap we expect.
Zaki Menov then has just 2 corners to go. He's going to be able to take win number 2 from 2. He'll be very happy with that. He was 6th last year in the European Rallycross Championship for Super1600 with Lydden Racing, who are running a number of fast Super1600 cars. And he does indeed take the win. It's Zaki Menov from Lindemann. But Lydden, and in 3rd place, I think it's going to be Navikas. Navikas comes up and over the line now. It's indeed, and the other 3 really nowhere to be seen. So we've obviously had a few mechanicals, Tim, that have been out of our sight. We were so excited about the battle for the win.
Yeah, but it was a good battle, really good battle between the 2 of them. I think the key for Zaki Menov was taking that Joker before Lindemann, just gave him track position when Lindemann took his and they came back out.
It's almost like the pressure there as well. Lindemann must have known the pace was very near, so he said, right, I better go now in case he makes an overlap on me staying out for longer than me, and it didn't work.
Didn't work. He obviously thought he was a little bit quicker and maybe would have enough of a gap, but I think they did it identical lap times.
Another great race here. We've got a little bit of cloud cover, which is just taking away the sunshine, but it's still a lovely, warm, dry day. Zaki Menov takes the win in the Super 1600 final from Lindemann, Navikas, Smetana, Messiulia, and Wimmer. That's the final result. Little look under the bonnet here. Wimmer trying to figure out what's wrong with the car.
And a very appreciative crowd. Yeah, this is a knowledgeable crowd here at Lydden Hill. These are rallycross aficionados that have been coming here since black and white TV days.
1967, in fact, maybe. You never know. We might have somebody who was here at the very first race meeting. And they could see the whole track team. Absolutely brilliant. Here's the championship standings for Super 1600 after round 2. Zach Yemenov is leading the championship. Lindemann second, Miss Yulia in third, and Sugar Butinov, Navikas, Smetana, Vimmer, and Stefan. 5 Skodas in the top 8.